This is Joyce Palmer with JP Financial Group, and you are listening to the Proactive Woman podcast.
Joyce Palmer provides wisdom on wealth, empowering women to be proactive and make safe, smart, and simple financial decisions. Welcome to Proactive Woman, helping create financial legacies for ladies. Oh, and men too.
So, once there was a time when after 25, 30, 40 years of working diligently for your employer, you could expect to be rewarded from your loyalty and your hard work with a gold watch, a big retirement party, and most importantly, a steady stream of checks lasting the length of your retirement. And off into the sunset you would go. That's what retirement used to look like. But times have changed, and those steady paychecks, which came as a courtesy of a defined benefit plan, also better known as a pension, has changed. So in this episode, we're going to talk about what's happening to pensions today and why you may want to reconsider your retirement date if a good portion of your retirement nest egg sits in a pension. So what are pensions, and exactly why would we be talking about pensions today the way we are? Because pensions have changed. Pensions, as I mentioned, are things or plans rather that the employer in most cases sets aside a certain amount of funds from their profits each year for the benefit of their employees, so that when they retire after working 20, 30 years, they're able to enjoy their retirement years with at least a portion of what they were making while they were working. And that's the benefit or the value, if you will, of pensions. Pensions create a lifetime income stream. That's a good thing. Pensions are designed, or were designed, if you will, to be guaranteed income for that retiree. So what's happening to pensions now and why it's different? Well, one of the things that we know is that pensions are changing, and that's because companies have decided, this is too much risk for us to take, and we're going to pass that risk on to you, the employee. And so they have been replaced in many cases with 401k. And that's where 401ks right now dominate the retirement arena for most employees. The challenge with pensions is that they have gotten to a state where it's a crisis. So economists mentioned in a magazine article, Forbes article rather, in 2019, it stated that pension crisis is much larger than we expected, and it's growing even faster. Both private pensions and public sector pensions are being affected. The writing is on the wall. One article says even before people realized that these pensions were failing, companies were starting to give some warning signs that the pensions were having challenges. Some of the warning signs, and the biggest one, is that many pensions are underfunded. So what's an underfunded pension, and why does that matter? Underfunded pension is an employee pension benefit plan for retirees where the income that they have from their assets is less than the amount that they're able to pay out. So it's underfunded. The assets are less than the liabilities or what they owe to pay out. So the pension can be underfunded for several reasons. It could be mismanagement of the investments or mismanagement in general. It could be poor investment returns. It could be employer bankruptcy. It could be other factors as well. But what you need to know and understand, and that's what we're talking about today, is how does that impact you? And what does that mean for you? My opinion, it means that you really, truly have to take some time and consideration to your planning, and that you cannot assume just because you have faithfully worked 20, 30 years for your company, banking on your pension payout or a lump sum retirement nest egg will be there for you. It may or it may not. Pensions are promises. And we all know that promises can be broken. So what can you do? How can you prepare yourself? Understand that pensions, first, like I said, are promises, and promises can be broken. You did not contribute any money to this pension in most cases. It's funded completely by the company. Unlike your 401k, where you may have put contributions in and the company may have matched, the pension, and especially private company pensions, are funds that you have not contributed to. This is money that the company's put aside in a trust for your benefit. The company ultimately controls the payout or lack of payout or reduced payout. Again, it's not a guarantee, it's a promise. So what if the company cannot fulfill that promise? This is where you need to know and understand all of your options. You need to understand all of your options. A review of your pension plan, the payout terms, the consequences, if the payout cannot be met, all of that's part of that review process that you need to diligently do if you have a pension and you have a good portion of your retirement nest egg. If you have a pension and you have a good portion of your retirement nest egg in that pension, you need to understand how it works. So keep listening, because we're going to dive a little deeper into some of the situations that we are facing literally today. I got a couple of real live scenario case studies, if you will, that we'll talk about where pensions are being affected greatly because of interest rates. Yep, interest rates. So ask me anything, ask me a question about how you can understand the state of your pension. All of my clients and most of my listeners know that I am here, and I always welcome an opportunity to talk to you anytime about your retirement planning and your questions. But often I hear, Joyce, I have a friend, I have a coworker, I have a family member who does not have a trusted resource. Would you help them? Would you talk to them? And the answer is yes. So being a listener, I'm extending to you a free, no obligation, ask me anything call. This is a strategy call, 20-minute strategy session to talk about what concerns you about your retirement planning. In this case, maybe we need to talk about your pension. So do you have an employer pension? Do you know exactly how it works? Do you have any idea what your pension value looks like today versus maybe the way it looked a year ago or even 4 months ago? And what are your options? How do you determine if you need to take a pension as a lump sum or a pension as a monthly payout? What are your alternatives? That could be your Ask Me Anything strategy call. So keep listening. The next episode, we're going to talk a little bit more about some current scenarios that's impacting the pensions right now today, and what you need to know about interest rates and the impact that it could have on your pension. Look forward to hearing from you. Look forward to talking to you. Most importantly, look forward to being your resource. So call and ask me anything, and keep listening for our next episode.
Thank you for listening to Proactive Women, helping create financial legacies for ladies. Oh, and men too. Be sure to visit jpfinancialgroupllc.com. Call Joyce at 704-543-6269 or email Joyce at jpfinancialgroupllc.com. You can find us on all your favorite platforms. Be sure to subscribe to hear more proactive wisdom on wealth from Joyce Palmer and JP Financial Group.
The information presented on this program is provided for informational purposes only, without warranty of accuracy, completeness, or suitability for a particular purpose. This program is not intended to be and does not constitute financial, investment, legal, or tax advice. This information is general in nature and not specific enough to be construed as advice. You should not make any decision based on the information presented on this program without independent consultation with an appropriately licensed professional or competent advisor. Investment in securities or the market involves a potential risk for loss of principal. Trading, therefore, may not be suitable for all listeners. Annuity guarantees are based solely on the financial strength and claims paying ability of the issuing company. Withdrawals of growth from annuities may be taxable as ordinary income in the year it is taken. Individuals should review contracts for specific details of the product's features and costs. Early withdrawals may subject the owner to penalties, fees, or taxes.